Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm actually starting a new series. I'm gonna be doing... Hello. Sorry, my dog just jumped up on my bed with me. I'm gonna actually start over. This is ElloSims. I'm starting a new series. I'm gonna be trying to recreate houses from TV shows. And I started with the Gilmore Girls, actually. This is Lorelai and Rory Gilmore's Stars Hollow home. I found a couple like floor plans online that, well, I mean, obviously that's a real house, but the house that they, oh my gosh, my dog. Get down. No, down. Stay. No, down. Sorry. Okay, hold on. Let me gather my thoughts. So there's a lot of pictures online. It's a very famous house, obviously, and it's a real house in a somewhere. I actually don't know where it is, but so I found the pictures of it and I went off that, and then the floor plans that I found that were like drawn up from people who think, like, I don't know if they're guesses or if they're the actual house. But the full floor plans, oh my gosh, no, my cat is on me. Okay. All right, now we have a cat with me. I am so sorry. I'm so out of it right now. The floor plans that I found online were kind of not conclusive with the show at all times. I mean, obviously most of it's right, like the kitchen and Rory's room and the living room are all pretty, like, famous. I don't know. They're showed a lot in the what is it called? Show. They're showed a lot in the show, so it was pretty easy to get those right. But there's some parts of the house that don't really make sense, like that back area right there that you can see behind the stairs. The stairs are actually, they wrap around, like they turn halfway up, and that's supposed to be where the rest of the stairs are. But obviously this is The Sims and we don't have those. So instead I made it a little room, which I would assume is where the basement is, because in the floor plan, there is an actual room there too, underneath the stairs. So I just made stairs down to a basement. I left the basement empty though, because I didn't really need it. What else is different? Oh, that room right behind the kitchen is, I make it into a bathroom. Sometimes it's a bathroom, sometimes it's a closet, depending on what season you are watching. Supposedly there is a downstairs bathroom because I believe it's mentioned that Rory uses the downstairs bathroom in some episode. So that's where it would be. But there's also an episode where Lorelai is digging through the closet and it's right there. So who really knows? Also, in the floor plans, there's another bedroom upstairs. But in the show, there isn't. It's just Lorelai's bedroom and her bathroom upstairs. That's it. So I decided to add in the third bedroom just for aesthetic, because the outside of the house has that room. It's obviously there. It's not just cut off. So I left that there. If the kitchen is much brighter than this in the show, but we're really quite limited on the counters and the colors that they come in. So I went with white with the yellow and white checked floor. I tried to make it look as cluttered and messy as the real kitchen, but I didn't quite like how it turned out. I could have made like the walls more yellow or something. I could have made the walls green, something to make them more colorful, but that's what we ended up with. Because really her cabinets are green, and she has a big, huge, fancy stove and with like an old-fashioned fridge. And there is just lots of clutter everywhere in this house. This house is, I don't actually remember because I didn't check, but I think it's around 200,000 simoleons, which is crazy for a Sims house that isn't like huge. And that's because there's so many clutter objects in this house. Because like in real life, people have stuff around, right? So the clutter in Sims is expensive. So that's kind of what happened. Working on Rory's room right now, I'm really happy with how that turned out. I think it looks pretty correct to her room in the show. Got her vanity. and her desk, and I squeezed everything in this pretty tiny room, so That was exciting. Also, there are a lot of desk lamps in these houses. Well, because when you're making a show, obviously they're not actually filming in a real house, they're filming on a set. So there aren't overhead lights. So all of the lights are desk lights and floor lamps. And obviously they have studio lights, but you can't see those because that's not how TV works. So yeah, when I was making this, I noticed how many lamps there are in all of these rooms. So upstairs, moved on to Lorelei's room. Her room is kind of difficult because you don't really see much of it in the light. Normally when you see it in like the first season a couple times, I think, and it's completely different than what this looks like. But I was going off of the like Luke era when he was living with her, and the walls are blue and everything's a bit more dark in there. But if you go from the pre-Luke era, it's all very bright and floral. And I think there's even wallpaper on the walls. And the bed was frustrating because they have an iron, or like an iron, what are those called? Headboards? Like the metal headboards. But we don't have those in The Sims. So I went with that, I guess. Also, I did not know you could raise up lights, like hanging lights. That is pretty nifty. I brought that chandelier that's like for above dining room tables up so it would work in the bathroom because otherwise it hangs down too low. And I think it turned out really well. I don't know if it really works, but for aesthetics, it looks good. In one of the first episodes of the first season, you actually, when Rory's late to school and she's freaking out on her mother, you actually see Lorelai come out of a separate door. Go away, please. No more. No. Sorry. You actually see Lorelai come out of a separate door upstairs, which is her bathroom, and then walk back around to her bedroom. But also, later seasons, you see her in the bathroom in her bedroom. So I'm not sure if there's two doors or if they completely changed her bedroom. But I went with the door inside the bathroom. I thought it made more sense for the layout. Moving downstairs, this again is kind of more of the later years. Actually, I think this is from the series that just came out, like those 4 episodes, where they have this built-in bookshelf in the back with the TV on it in their living room. Because in the actual series, their TV is like one of those big boxy 90s televisions, and it's sitting kind of right off to the side of the fireplace on its own little stand. But, I mean, I could have done that. I'm not actually sure the Sims will watch that from the couch. I'm pretty sure they're going to stand. But it's not that big of a deal. You can always add another TV in as well. But I really actually liked how that bookshelf came out. I basically just made it all, and it kind of took a little bit longer than, plopping down a normal bookshelf, but I think it looks really cool. That'd be cool to use in another house build. Back here was a little tough too, because I could not find any pictures. So I think I saw a glimpse. I know I saw like a dresser thing, which is what that tall standing thing with the flower on top is. And I'm just going to assume there's a desk there because I knew I wanted a computer in this house. And I went and put it there. It made sense. This is the mystery bathroom that doesn't really exist, so I had trouble deciding its style. After I got pretty much close to done, I realized that it looked way too, clean, which sounds awful, but it did. It looked too clean and, fresh for her style of a house. So I went back and changed the flower tiles and added some stuff on the walls. Just putting the wood on the porch, and we're working on the entryway. Had a little trouble with this too because I couldn't find pictures. I probably could have watched hours and hours and hours of TV, which isn't that big of a deal, but I just kind of guessed and just put some normal foyer things in there. I think we're almost done here, just adding some trees and her driveway. Obviously, Sims don't have a Jeep available. I mean, they don't really have cars, but I sized up that toy truck, and I'm just going to pretend it's Luke's truck because he has a truck. I'm just going back through and adding details, and then I realized that there's a little sunroom off the side of their living room, which is what that was. I just added on. It's So I quickly put that in a little table and chairs, and I think we're almost done here. So I'm gonna let it go to screenshots and music, and I'll be right back. For watching. This is ElloSims again, and if you liked, please give this video a thumbs up. I'm trying to make videos at least 3 to 4 times a week, so look forward to more. Please subscribe, and till next time, bye!